Good morning. This is Deepak. There is an old saying, we cannot hold a torch to light another's path without brightening our own. Be a help to others if you want to live a satisfied life. Be unselfish in life. Few things in life bring greater personal rewards than helping others. Charles Burr believed getters generally don't get happiness, givers get it. Helping people brings great satisfaction. Ellen Lloyd Magnus remarked, there is no more noble occupation in the world than to assist another human being, to help someone succeed. Even if you spent much of your life pursuing selfish gains, it's never too late to have a change of heart. That's what happened with the life of Alfred Nobel. When he saw his own obituary in the newspaper, his brother had died and the editor had written about the wrong Nobel, saying that the explosives his company produced had killed many people. Nobel vowed to promote peace and acknowledge contribution to humanity. That is how the Nobel Prize came into being. Anderson Stanley wrote, he has achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has enjoyed the respect and trust of intelligent men and the love of little tasks he accomplished, the love of little children, and a person who has left the world better than he found it, whether by an improved copy, a perfect poem, or a rescued soul, who has never lacked appreciation of earth's beauty or failed to express it, who has always looked for the best in others and given them the best he had, whose life was an inspiration, whose memory a benediction. When you see a 4-year-old, you expect to observe selfishness. But when you see it in a 40-year-old, it is not very attractive, isn't it? Of all the qualities a person can pursue, unselfish thinking seems to make the biggest difference toward cultivating other virtues. If you can learn to think unselfishly and become a giver, then it becomes easier to develop many other virtues such as gratitude, love, respect, patience, discipline, etc. etc. I give you an example of Merck and Company, the global pharmaceutical corporation. This company has always seen itself as doing more than just producing products and making a profit. This company desires to serve humanity. In mid-1980s, the company developed a drug to cure river blindness, a disease that infects and causes blindness in millions of people, particularly in developing countries. While it was a good product, potential customers couldn't afford to buy it. So what did Merck do? In 1987, they announced that it would give the medicine free to anyone who needed. As of 1998, the company had given more than 250 million tablets away. George Merck, he said, "We try never to forget that medicine is for the people. It is not for the profits." What lesson can you learn from the above story? Simple. Instead of trying to be great, be part of something greater than yourself. Jack Balowsek, he said, "Learn, earn, return. These are the 3 phases of life. The first third should be devoted to education, the second third to building a career and making a living, the last third to give back to the others, returning something in gratitude." To cultivate an ability to think unselfishly, here are some recommendations for you. This process begins with the realization that everything is not about you. Norman Vincent Peale, he wrote, "People with humility don't think less of themselves. They just think of themselves less." If you want to become less selfish in your thinking, then you need to stop thinking about your wants and begin focusing on others. The highest level of unselfish thinking comes when you give of yourself to another person for that person's personal development or well-being. You are a parent, and you know this from your personal experience. What does your spouse value most? Money in the bank or your time freely given? What would small children really have from you? Your own kids, a toy, or your undivided attention? The people who love you would rather have you than what you can give them. American educator Horace Mann, he said, and I would like to end my talk with his quotation, "Be ashamed to die until you have won some victory for humanity." Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.